John Joseph Travolta was born on February 18, 1954, in Englewood, New Jersey. He was the youngest of 6 children in a working-class, Irish-American and Italian-American family. His mother, Helen Cecilia, was an actress and singer who had appeared in the Sunshine Sisters, a radio vocal group, and later became a drama teacher. His father, Salvatore Travolta, was a semi-professional football player who later owned a tire repair shop. From an early age, John was immersed in the world of entertainment. Influenced by his mother's passion for acting and performance, his home was full of music, theater, and support for creative expression. These early experiences laid the foundation for what would become a legendary career in show business. John dropped out of Dwight Morrow High School at the age of 17 to pursue acting full-time, a decision that would prove to be pivotal. He moved to New York City and quickly found work in musical theater, landing a role in the touring company of Grease and later appearing in Broadway's Over Here, alongside the Andrews Sisters. His charisma, good looks, and dancing skills quickly drew attention. By the early 1970s, Travolta had relocated to Los Angeles and began to take on small roles in television, including guest appearances on Emergency and The Rookies. However, it was his breakout role as Vinnie Barbarino in the hit TV series Welcome Back, Kotter, that turned him into a household name. The show ran from 1975 to 1979 and showcased his comedic timing and undeniable charm, cementing his status as a teen idol. While still starring in Welcome Back, Kotter, Travolta began to transition into film, and his big-screen career exploded in 1977 with Saturday Night Fever, playing Tony Manero, a working-class kid from Brooklyn who escapes his tough life through disco dancing. Travolta captured the cultural zeitgeist of the late 70s. His performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor at just 24 years old, making him one of the youngest actors to ever receive such a nomination. The film was a massive box office success and helped usher in the disco craze. Travolta's white suit and electrifying dance moves became iconic, and his status as a major movie star was secured. Just a year later, in 1978, Travolta starred opposite Olivia Newton-John in the musical romantic comedy Grease, a film that would become one of the most successful movie musicals of all time. As Danny Zuko, the greaser with a soft side, Travolta once again charmed audiences with his dance moves, singing voice, and undeniable screen presence. Grease was a cultural phenomenon, and its soundtrack sold millions of copies, further propelling Travolta into superstardom. In 1980, Travolta starred in Urban Cowboy, a film that introduced a new style of country western culture to mainstream America. He played Bud Davis, a refinery worker navigating love and life in a Texas honky-tonk bar. The movie contributed to a wave of cowboy-themed fashion and music in the early 80s, and added another genre to Travolta's growing list of successes. However, the mid-1980s brought a series of commercial and critical disappointments. Films like Two of a Kind, Perfect, and Staying Alive, the latter, directed by Sylvester Stallone, failed to capture the same magic of his earlier hits. During this time, Travolta's career began to wane, and he found it increasingly difficult to find roles that matched his early successes. Hollywood seemed to have moved on, and despite his talent, he was often viewed as a relic of the disco era. But John Travolta was not done yet. In 1989, he found a new audience with the surprise hit Look Who's Talking, a family comedy in which he starred alongside Kirstie Alley. The film's unique concept and Travolta's lickability helped make it a box office smash, spawning 2 sequels and reintroducing him to mainstream audiences. Travolta's true career renaissance came in 1994, when director Quentin Tarantino cast him as Vincent Vega in the groundbreaking film Pulp Fiction. The role, which showcased Travolta as a philosophical hitman with a cool demeanor and dark wit, completely reinvented his image. Pulp Fiction was a massive critical and commercial success and received multiple Academy Award nominations. Travolta was nominated for Best Actor once again, and the role opened up an entirely new chapter in his career. He was suddenly in demand again, now seen as a versatile and serious actor capable of dramatic and edgy performances. Following the success of Pulp Fiction, Travolta entered a prolific period in the mid to late 1990s and early 2000s. He starred in Get Shorty, a sharp Hollywood satire that earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor. He followed this with a series of high-profile roles, including Broken Arrow, Face Off with Nicolas Cage, and Michael, where he played a chain-smoking, Beer-Drinking Angel. He also starred in Primary Colors, a political drama inspired by Bill Clinton's first presidential campaign, showcasing his ability to tackle complex, nuanced characters. In 2000, Travolta produced and starred in the science fiction film Battlefield Earth, based on the novel by Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. The film was a critical and commercial failure and is often cited as one of the worst movies ever made. Travolta, a devout Scientologist, had been passionate about bringing the project to life for years. Despite the film's reception, he remained unfazed and continued to work steadily in a variety of roles. He appeared in Swordfish, Hairspray, where he played the role of Edna Turnblad in Drag, and The Taking of Pelham 123. Throughout his career, Travolta's personal life has drawn nearly as much attention as his professional accomplishments. In 1991, he married actress Kelly Preston, with whom he had 3 children, Jet, Ella Blue, and Benjamin. Their relationship was one of the most enduring in Hollywood, marked by mutual support and shared faith in Scientology. However, their lives were touched by tragedy in 2009, when their eldest son, Jet, died at the age of 16, while the family was vacationing in the Bahamas. Jet, who had a history of seizures and was reportedly autistic, suffered a fatal seizure. The loss devastated the family, and Travolta later described it as the worst thing that had ever happened to him. Despite this unimaginable grief, Travolta continued to work and pour himself into his craft. In 2012, he reunited with Olivia Newton-John for a Christmas album to raise money for their respective charities. He also starred in the crime thriller Savages and the action movie Killing Season alongside Robert De Niro. Travolta began to explore television roles as well. In 2016, he portrayed defense attorney Robert Shapiro in the critically acclaimed FX series The People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. His performance was praised, and the series earned multiple Emmy Awards. In 2020, John Travolta faced another heartbreaking loss when his wife, Kelly Preston, passed away after a 2-year battle with breast cancer. She had kept her diagnosis private, and her death was a shock to many. Travolta announced her passing on Instagram, expressing gratitude to the medical staff who had cared for her and vowing to focus on his children. Her death marked a profound moment of transition in Travolta's life, and he began to step back from acting to spend more time with his family. In the years that followed, Travolta remained largely out of the spotlight, appearing occasionally in films and commercials, but focusing more on his children and personal growth. He shared moments of his life on social media, including dance videos with his daughter Ella, paying tribute to Kelly, and celebrating milestones with his son Benjamin. His enduring optimism, even in the face of deep personal loss, resonated with fans around the world. In addition to his work in film and television, Travolta is a licensed private pilot and owns several aircraft. His love for aviation is well documented, and he has often spoken about the sense of freedom and joy he feels when flying. He even has a home in Florida with a private runway, allowing him to taxi planes right up to his front door. Aviation has served as both a passion and a form of solace throughout his life. Travolta's legacy in Hollywood is cemented not just by the iconic roles he's played, but by his resilience, his ability to reinvent himself, and his profound humanity. From Disco King to Hitman to Angel and beyond, he has brought a unique blend of charisma, vulnerability, and authenticity to every character. His story is one of immense highs and heartbreaking lows, of comebacks and quiet perseverance. He has endured the ever-changing tides of fame, navigated personal tragedies, and remained a beloved figure in the entertainment world. As John Travolta continues to evolve personally and professionally, he remains a symbol of endurance and grace in Hollywood. His journey has spanned decades, genres and generations, and through it all, he has stayed true to the passion that began in his childhood home in New Jersey. Whether soaring through the sky in one of his jets or dancing his way into the hearts of audiences, Travolta's legacy shines as brightly as ever. His career is not merely a story of fame, but of artistic dedication, personal strength, and the quiet power of reinvention.